All right, so this is going to be a video with 5 example problems involving adding and subtracting rational expressions. So the first one that we're going to look at is the following. All right, so we're starting a little simple here, but the main thing is you are going to want to have common denominators for both of these things. And the easiest way to do it for this one, because they don't have any common denominators on the bottom, that's a b and a d. What we can do is multiply this rational expression on the left by d over d. So now if you notice this bottom part right here, it has db for the denominator. Now what I can do to this other one to make it so it's db as well is multiply it by b over b. So now if you notice this one has db as the denominator, all we have to do is add the numerators. So you're going to have ad plus bc, and this is all divided by, well, we have common denominators here, so I'm just going to rewrite the common denominator, and then that's the final answer. All right, on to the next one. All right, the next one is a over m plus b over 2m minus c over m. These are pretty close with the denominators. In fact, 2 of them have matching denominators already, so that makes this pretty easy. But this one's 2m, so to get them all to be 2m, I can just multiply this a over m by 2 over 2, and then multiply this c over m by 2 over 2. So now if you notice, they all have 2m as the denominator. So now what we can do is just add up all the numerators, and you end up with 2a plus b minus 2c all over 2m. And then you have your final answer. All right, on to the next one. We have a plus b over 4 plus 2a minus b all over 5. Okay, this time there's no variables in the denominators, but the same rules actually apply. So I'm going to multiply this by 5 over 5, and I'm going to multiply this one by 4 over 4. So now if you notice, both of the denominators are 20. So now I can just multiply the denominator, distribute out that 5. So it's 5 times a and 5 times b. So 5a plus 5b plus, and then we're going to do the same thing with the 4 here, distribute to each of these, and you're going to have 8a minus 4b. And then we're going to divide all this by 20. Okay. I'm going to combine the 5a and the 8a to be 13a. And then I'm going to combine the 5b and the negative 4b to be just 1b. And then we're dividing it by 20, and that's the final answer. The next one is 4 over 3x minus 3 over 5x squared. Okay, so what I'm going to do here is, this one already has 2 x's, so I'm going to make sure that this one has 2 x's, so I'm going to multiply it by x over x. So now we have 3x squared on the denominator there, but we have to get this to be around 5x squared. So what I can do is multiply the top and the bottom by 5, and then you end up with 15x squared right here. And what you can do is make this 15x squared on the right rational expression by just multiplying it by 3 over 3. So now if you notice, this is 15x squared, and then this is 15x squared too, which is what we want. We want common denominators. So we're going to have 20x minus 9 over 15x squared. There is no common factors for any of these, so that is the final answer. All right, on to the next one. We have 5 over x minus 2 plus 3x over 4x minus 8. Okay, first thing I'm going to do here is, if you notice, this right here can actually factor to 4 times x minus 2. So it's kind of good to factor that out real quick, because then you can see this x minus 2 over here. If you multiply it by 4, you end up with the same denominators now. Okay, they're both 4 times x minus 2. So that means we have 20 plus 3x over that 4x minus 2, which is just going to be 4x minus 8 if you recombine it, and you have your final answer.